Could NIO surprise us with this exact model, the ES7? And in this video, I'm talking about how this could be in a positive and also in a negative way, so different views. But first of all, the more I look at this car, I actually have to say I'm falling more and more in love with it. Actually, I preferred the ET7 in the past, but well, this seems to be really an exciting and important car by NIO. Let me know what you think about it in the comments and smash a like if you like the ES7 and that you also think that it's important for NIO. I personally think it's good that this is the first car, the first SUV on the NT 2.0 platform, making so many things better than the old models, the ES8, EC6 and ES6. Well, but now the delivery timeline has been that we should see the first deliveries of the ES7 by the end of August. And the reason why I'm talking that NIO might surprise us now is actually this. I tweeted out this photo that I actually saw already last week, and it shows what appears to be a NIO ES7. So you see that because of the backlights here that are quite characteristic. And well, it is in a setting of a NIO delivery center. So this is where NIO customers who bought the car are going to pick up their cars. And you can see it's seemingly ready for a delivery. Now the significance is that this is in mid-August, whereas of course they should be delivered only by the last couple of days of August. And so it begs the question whether or not NIO might actually be early in delivering those ES7. And that might be, of course, good news because it's the latest model. And the earlier those deliveries, then we got a couple more deliveries on top of the existing deliveries, of course. And if they are faster possibly with that, then maybe this also means that they are, having improvements on the manufacturing side. We don't know. There is also different takes in the comments of this Twitter thread that basically say it might also be that there are just test drives going on. And some people are having their test drives seemingly at such delivery centers, but I think that would not be the usual case. Usually those should really take place at somewhere like NIO Spaces, NIO Houses, and not so much at delivery centers, but might be the case. So it's not 100% certain that they are actually already starting with those deliveries. Also, we have some people from China, friends from China that are part of our Patreon community. And one person who, by the way, if you're watching, Lei, thanks for being part of the Patreon community. Your patronage helps us to keep on going and supports the channel. And basically, he posted in our community that he ordered the ES7 and it's seemingly late September to October, more or less, when he is expecting that he can take delivery of his car. So we don't really know if that's the case, that they actually start in mid-August, but in a positive interpretation, this would point to some strong boost of ES7 sales on top of the existing deliveries. Now, I also mentioned that there might be a negative take on this. And the reason is this news release here, if you remember, the July delivery numbers basically did not explicitly say which model was delivered how many times. They just started to talk about SUVs versus sedans, whereas in previous such delivery updates, they would disclose how many ES8, ES6, EC6, and so on. So my kind of conspiracy theory here is that maybe even within July, they have possibly started delivering the first ES7, which they produced in order to boost sales in that month, which might be, for example, even employees or some very preferred customers that may be able to, take the first ES7 deliveries well before actually announcing of doing that. So that might be a little way of tweaking the numbers and boosting it here and there. Maybe that fits well together with what I've said before in previous videos, that I guess that there's lots going on, much complexity in NIO's production and scaling ambitions right now with all of those different models and doing lots of things at the sites on 2 different factories. So here's also kind of a negative take. And to give also a little bit of context around this, today we had Li Auto reporting, which is not a fully battery electric vehicle company, just to be sure about that. In my point of view, it's a smart car that has a range extender. But anyways, they reported revenues and well, they missed a little tiny bit. And the more interesting fact here is that the Q3 outlook for deliveries was between 27K and 29K, which honestly is a quite soft guidance there. And given that they usually have been slightly higher than NIO recently, well, that would indicate maybe NIO will guide around the same Q3 expectations. And as you know, watching this channel, Q3 and Q4 are actually the stronger quarters and seasonal quarters in the automotive business. So actually you would expect a higher ramping and higher month-on-month deliveries, and also here I think the year-on-year increase which they're pointing out here isn't that high either. Anyways, where I'm going at is that we see now that Li Auto and Xpeng are currently a little bit where NIO is last year, basically scrambling to bring new models and acquire new customers with exciting products, but currently having not much in the pipeline and trying to increase sales, whereas NIO basically went through this cycle already a couple of months back then, had lots of preparation in the back going on, and now finally still not having the benefits of what they have been working on in the background, but in the next couple of months will have it. So this might be interesting to see going forward, whether or not NIO could actually also on a product and delivery side there enjoy some gains that some of those other companies in the same industry are currently maybe missing out there. Let's see. For Xpeng, the G9 might come right in time and saving them right now, but previously it's also been stalling a little bit. I've been talking here on the channel how they use discounting and coupon codes and stuff like that in order to incentivize sales in a very, very competitive, low margin, high volume environment where they compete with the likes of BYD and also Tesla more and more, which, by the way, I think will in the future cut their prices, not only in China, but also overseas. But more on that in another video. But generally, that's kind of the context for that. Let me know your personal opinion in the comments below. I'm curious to hear about that. And then thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.